Well, new data suggests digital entrepreneurs may once again be leading the economy. GoDaddy's latest participation index shows a renewed surge in online small business activity at the end of 2025. Joining me now with more is Alexandra Rosen, economist and global head for GoDaddy's Small Business and Research Lab. Alexandra, thank you so much for joining us this morning down there in Miami, Florida. And let's start big picture here. What is GoDaddy's participation index?
Thank you so much for having me today, and happy Monday. The participation index is part of GoDaddy's new lens called Small Street, which refers to online small business activity, specifically firms with 10 or fewer employees, half of whom are solo entrepreneurs. So Small Street is a really useful complement and exciting new lens alongside Wall Street and Main Street to better understand what's happening in the economy. And the participation index specifically is a score that measures the density of entrepreneurs, density of small businesses, and their growth month to month. It's part of the greater research initiative at GoDaddy called the GoDaddy Small Business Research Lab, which has been tracking for years over 20 million small and micro businesses online and surveying the entrepreneurs behind them so that we can better see where they're growing, what's on their mind, and their outsized local economic impact.
Now, your latest data shows that digital small business activity picked up sharply at the end of 2025. What does that signal about the direction of the jobs market?
So that's exactly right. We're seeing year over year uptick in terms of online activity. And with Small Street data and our new research with UCLA, small businesses in general tend to have leading indicator properties. So small businesses on Main Street can lead by 3/4 payroll job increases and roughly 4/4 changes in the unemployment rate. Seeing the participation index or Small Street increase gives us a time-layer insight into similar activity. So while it's not predictive, it is a forward-looking signal of the optimism and the right conditions for seeing jobs also reflect that same information in a few quarters, ideally.
I like how you talk about the leading indicator there, right? Your research detailing how entrepreneurship often moves before traditional indicators. Online business launches can rise months ahead of jobs growth and falling unemployment. Right. Is there any more you can share about this?
Yes. So we can't truly understand what's happening in the economy without understanding what's happening with small businesses. And traditional small business data tends to lag. So that's why this is really an exciting new lens to introduce into the mix. Because when we're seeing with this new research that online activity, as we just said, and as you rightfully called out, is highly correlated and very aligned with the small business data trends. So we're seeing, and we just completed a survey last month that's showing a similar trend when it comes to their mindset. So we're seeing two trends. We're seeing a rise in entrepreneurship in terms of the participation index, Small Street, and the number of online businesses. And we're also seeing a renewed optimism. 2/3 of the entrepreneurs we surveyed last month said that they expect their business revenue to go up in the next 6 months. So we're seeing optimism and activity both rising.
I want to talk about the renewed growth across industries that GoDaddy is tracking. Which sectors are driving momentum in digital small business creation?
While I can't speak to the exact sector, since a lot of times they are self-assigned and they really run the gamut, and these entrepreneurs don't always fit themselves into a particular sector box, what I can speak to is that it's across all of them, to be honest, because technology has helped people get online, and businesses in particular, and AI is helping them grow online. And so it's the cost of starting, scaling, and failure has never been lower. So we're seeing, I can follow up on the exact detailed sectors that might have a slight differentiation, but the bigger story, I think, really is the renewed optimism and the costs of starting, scaling, and failing going down is allowing every industry to see that rise as is reflected in our data with the activity going up.
We embrace that optimism indeed. Alexandra Rosen, economist and global head of GoDaddy's Small Business and Research Lab. Thanks again for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great to have you.